Welcome to the Peeew,
Peeew,
the chemsex episode.
we're going to talk about sex.
Yeah, let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all
right,
the things.
What did you want to talk about? What did you want to talk about?
It's chemsex.
Well, okay, but
Not chemsex,
yeah,
which is
Right.
being high and playing the saxophone.
and not camsex, which is having sex on a camera, possibly for money,
No,
like a prostitute.
no, we're talking about chemsex.
Chem, as
What
a
is
chemical.
that? And we're not talking about Kim Kardashian.
No, well, maybe.
That's the druggy Kardashian that you never see because she's on Skid Row.
And chemsex, I hear.
Well,
Is,
we were talking about it because Nick Smack had this very amusing article about how
look at
people
this 69ing. Did you see
how
that?
people in the UK
Our
Two dogs are
dog was
69ing.
69ing.
Nick Smack had an article saying that people in the UK are the most likely to be taking drugs and then having sex, according to a global study of chemsex.
Oh. And then I was telling you that there are tons of documentaries online about chemsex, and they're all from the UK. Vice does a lot of them.
Have you watched them?
Yes.
Are they
So
good?
they just call that like, taking drugs and having sex then?
Well,
I
there's
never knew there was a name for
right,
it.
I didn't
you never knew.
All these years, I
Well,
struggled
there's-
to define it.
You struggle. there's chemsex, and then there's chempiss, chemcom, because
Okay, well, let's define all the,
Okay.
the nuances.
well, chemsex is obviously what it is. It's having sex on drugs, but it's specific drugs, mainly G and T. Then there's chem
G and T.
gin and tonic, they call it.
Oh. What is that?
It's GHB. Look at this. So what is going on here? Oh my god.
GHB
Didn't
and
accept
what?
Our dogs have to be.
Yes.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's like the human caterpillar. Hey, you don't know anything. It's
Near-death experience, ladies and
Yeah, yeah.
gentlemen. A dog almost ate chocolate.
it's having sex on GHB. You remember that? When we were
Right, yeah.
giving that away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ladies, I mean, we used to give away GHB at USA, and it came to the club in bottles called Mark Supersonic Hair Tonic, and we would sell it by the capful, and at the
I thought
bar.
you said you gave it away.
Yeah.
With the drink, so you have to buy the drink. But that's exactly what you shouldn't be doing.
It's like a 2-for-1.
You shouldn't be mixing GHB with alcohol, and so people were kind of like,
Therefore, you did it.
well, we didn't know that, so people were kind of like falling out all over the club. You remember that? It was during the aristocrat party.
I think that time period was when I was trying to get sober, so I was avoiding those types of parties.
You were trying to get what?
Sober. I went through a sober period.
Sober? Is that like by Nolita? Soho?
No, it's not a neighborhood. It's a state of mind.
It's the state
Yeah.
of yours.
It was
Of
a state.
yours.
It was a state of mind. Yeah.
State of yours.
Sobriety.
State of mine or state of yours? And so anyway, we were giving away GHB with drink, and people were falling out all over the club, and we had no idea why. And then we put about 5 months later
Put 2 and 2 together.
and got arrested. And Peter got arrested, and the clubs got closed down. And do you know who initiated this? This debauchery?
I wouldn't venture a guess.
Yes, you would. Venture. There's only 2 people that really could.
Well, it could have been you.
No, I would never initiate such debauchery. The initials are JJ.
J.
Oh my god. James St.
No.
JJ. I'm drawing a blank.
Junkie.
Oh, Junkie Jonathan?
Young Jonathan. And the other one, since the other one, it was somebody who, I don't know, won't mention his name. I was just talking to him yesterday on Instagram though, and he knows who he is because he's an expatriate in another country.
Well, according to the Mixmag article, gay men are more likely to use drugs while having sex than straight men.
And I wonder why that is.
It's
I don't know why
believable,
that-
but I
You
wonder.
don't?
I don't know why that is.
Really?
No.
I think it's kind of obvious. First of all, a lot of people say that gay men are more promiscuous than straight men, and that's preposterous. I say. It only appears that way. All men are promiscuous. It only appears that way because in gay sex there's two men, and in straight sex there's a man and a woman, and the woman kind of grounds the man. She keeps him from being too promiscuous. If women were as promiscuous as men, then we would be living in Sodom and Gomorrah. But so when you get two men together, two promiscuous people together, it creates this situation. And the reason that they have more,
But how does that lead to more drugs?
the reason they do more drugs is because society puts this stigma on gay sex that makes the men inhibited, too inhibited to make a first move or to approach somebody or whatever, or to even have sex after he's approached somebody. So drugs remove those inhibitions.
Now, my feeling about chemsex is that you have to be very careful what chems you're taking.
Well, I think it's a good feeling to have.
Because like some drugs like prevent you from actually enjoying sex.
Like which ones?
Well, like if I do too much cocaine, I can't even get a hard on.
It's true.
Same.
It's true. You can't.
So that kind of defeats the purpose of doing.
Well, that's for
drugs
you.
sex. Hmm?
Not for you.
Yeah.
Aren't you like a total bottom?
No,
You don't like to just lay it on your back and put your legs over the action.
not all the time. No.
I thought that's what you do. So it kind of wouldn't matter whether you get erection. Do that anyway.
Last time I was at a sex party, I did too much coke and I couldn't get a hard on.
So you just lay down your back and put your legs over
It's like a,
there. You just left one after another. Just anonymous. You went to anon sex?
What?
Anon sex?
What's that?
anonymous.
Yeah, well, it's where the one you get fucked and then
I don't know all these.
you use the
terms.
cum from the first person acts as a lubrication for the next.
Remember I told you about my faux pas where somebody asked me if I was on Truvada and I thought it was an artificial sweetener.
Oh, I thought too. I thought that too. I have a new one.
It's like, why would I be on that?
Yeah, because there is one that sounds like that, right?
It does.
What's it called?
There's one that's called, well, I don't know, like stevia or truvia or
Trivia.
trivia.
Trivada Pursuit. Well, anyway, yeah. So it's true. I think that gay men do more drugs and have more sex.
I think it's very true.
Yeah. But it's not because they're gay men. It's because it's society's fault.
It's the culture of it.
It
I
is.
think.
Right, it's driven them to do drugs.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad.
All
But
right.
fun. Very fun. Lots of fun.
We're gonna take a break on that note.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Peeew.
Welcome back to the
Peeew.
That was a good one.
Thank you. So,
So in the grand tradition of Desmond is Amazing and Ryan Circus, I'm gonna challenge Brent to a fashion duel.
don't do it. There's no violence on this show.
There will be no violence and there will be no bloodshed.
Loser dies.
It might be fake bloodshed, but no real bloodshed.
Wow.
So I'm giving Brent a couple of my outfits. Well, not even outfits, but just pieces. This is a brown tunic that I wore in the summertime that some of you who follow Drew King might recognize.
A tunic?
He took a fabulous
Is it
photo.
with your double chin? Tunic?
Do I have a double chin?
No. Yeah.
I'm too skinny for that. And then I brought this somewhat dirty blouse that I wore last week at Suzanne Barsh's.
A dirty one.
It's
a
a
sweaty.
So it has to be cleaned. I didn't have time to launder it. So this I wore at Suzanne. I'll flash a picture of this one. At Suzanne Barsh's party on Play Now last week, and I was gonna bring the helmet too, but I thought that if I brought the helmet, one, you wouldn't be able to take it on the plane, and two, it would
just wear it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to like actually make like a different look out of this because it would be the same look that I had with this. So Desmond, when he wore the panda dress that I gave him, we actually never compared those side by side, so we should do that in a subsequent episode.
And we certainly will. Or will we? I thought we weren't. Ernie has placed a ban on.
A moratorium on discussing Desmond.
And you just said it 3 times.
Okay, well, the moratorium is over.
You know, actually, his school was raided the other day, and which I think is going to traumatize the hell out of him.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, apparently, Child Protective Services has done all these investigations, and they have come to the conclusion that there's nothing, going on. There's no foul play or anything like that. And so the people, the crazy people who were complaining about it, went above the heads of the Child Protective Services and complained to the watchdog organizations that watched Child Protective Services and said Child Protective Services isn't doing enough, and they haven't found anything wrong, so something has to be done. So then Child Protective Services did something, and they raided his school, which
Because naturally there'd be proof everywhere there.
which I'm sure traumatized the hell out of Desmond. I don't think he'll ever forget that. I mean, when I was, imagine when you're 11 years old, and I guess that's what, like 4th grade or something like that, 5th grade. If your school is raided because of you, and like every other kid in the school knows it's because of you, I mean, that's something you don't forget. And he's already gone through a lot. That's like, it really sucks. But anyway, they did that because they needed to look like they were doing something. And again, they come to the conclusion that there's nothing. There's nothing. It's
What did they do about going to find?
I don't know. But it was much ado about nothing.
Well, in a subsequent episode, I'll have to find the picture of Desmond wearing my panda hat and panda dress that I gave him and put it side by side with mine so that the viewers can decide who wore it best. And when Brent goes back to Chicago and turns some looks in my outfits, we'll do the same.
Absolutely.
Excited.
See you next time.
Excited? Bye.